Hey everyone, this is the first time I'm directly talking to the camera besides doing intros, because I usually don't get involved in any controversial stuff.
I thought it was bullshit.
But there's some stuff that's happened with the Bass organization that I just feel like I need to speak out about. One, it's with Scott Martin at Lake Okeechobee. That's Elite Bassmasters Series. It's their second event. He self-reported that he got some information, and so they disqualified him from the event. Anybody that knows anything about bass fishing and Lake Okeechobee knows that Scott Martin, that's his home lake. Roland Martin, that's their home lake. That's where they grew up. He knows it inside and out. So Scott said on the Mercer halftime show on the Elites yesterday that he was in the shop rigging up his boat, and this was, I'm not sure, a couple weeks ago. And people come into the shop all the time and talk about fishing. It's Lake Okeechobee, and they know the Martins. They're famous for that area. So they're always talking about fishing. That's what they all love. So he said he shut down the conversation a couple times.
Shut your pie hole!
But just being a human being and talking, he asked the guy, hey, what did the water look like? He decided he was going to self-report because if anybody knows Scott Martin, he's honest. He's a good man. And out of all the fishermen in Elites, he's probably one of my favorites. So after Scott self-reported to the officials at the Bass organization, they decided to disqualify him from this event. It's very sad. Because he was one of the favorites to win this. This is his home lake. And now this will get him not even in the running for Angler of the Year, or probably get him into any contention to get into the Classic, which is the number one bass tournament that any elites angler wants to go in. It's almost like the Indianapolis 500 for IndyCar racing or the Daytona 500 for NASCAR. But now he won't be able to earn enough points because of being disqualified. So my question to you is, did Bass make the right decision? Me, honestly, I don't think they did. I think maybe if they had a peer group of other anglers, they might have seen that this wasn't an intentional violation of the rule. Okay, let me take a step back. The rule states that an elite angler, once they get the schedule of events and know what lakes they're going to fish on, that they should not solicit information about the lakes or any gather waypoints or anything like that. Now, they can use any common knowledge. They can look up stuff on the internet. I did a Google search this morning on water clarity and other things for Lake Okeechobee. So this is more or less public information. Did he really deserve to be disqualified? I'm sorry. I think if they would have had a peer group, maybe 7 other anglers in the Elite Series, and make a decision, they would have thought, no, he didn't purposely ask for any questions, and he didn't ask anything that wasn't public knowledge.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem.
So let's not disqualify him. Maybe make him have takeoff in the back or anything, but not disqualify him. This pretty much screws him for the rest of this season. And it's a shame because he's one of the most honest, most well-liked fishermen on this league. And then this is the second tournament of the year. The first tournament, they disqualified Matt Herren for pretty much doing the same thing. He was talking to his son, and his son was mentioning something about them catching bass down in another part on the St. Johns River. And Matt Herren ended up not fishing that on purpose. He went down to a different section, like 70-something miles away to purposely, but he was randomly selected for a polygraph. And he said, yeah, he was talking to his son about this, and then they disqualified him for that. Now, based on that, now he quit the Elites, and he's working in the NPFL. Good for him, because let me tell you, my son and I have been members of Bass for a long time now. And for the past 3 years, we've been part of their Marshall program where we got to ride out with the pros. And that was a really exciting experience. It was really cool. Well, we decided not to do the marshalling program this year. We were going to go, and then we're like, we don't want any parts of this anymore. And now I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue supporting Bass or watching any of the tournaments. Their technology sucks. To watch the weigh-ins, you have to watch it on their website. The player, it's lagging all the time. Half the time, the audio isn't connected. They're just, to me, honestly, I think they're a poorly run organization. And I see in the future more people leaving this league and going to MFL or the NPFL or other leagues like that. I understand, yes, they're an organization. They're here for profit. They're here to make money. It seems to me that they're more and more catering to the 3 or 4 hours that they're on FS1 every week that they have a tournament than to their loyal viewers and their loyal patrons. It's just my opinion. I don't know where Bass is going to go from here. I don't know if we're going to have somebody disqualified every event. I don't know if this is just going to become the new controversy. That's another thing. I don't know if they purposely come up with controversy to bring attention to Bass to try to get more viewers.
I don't do well with crybabies.
Like the other year, it was all about forward-facing sonar, and that's cheating. And then this year, they limited the amount of screens you could have, the amount of forward-facing transducers you can have. And now it's people are getting information, and it's not even breaking the rules to me because they're not getting any information that isn't public knowledge. The fishing is a small world. You're going to talk to people, and you're going to find, like, this is their lives. This is what they love to do. Like, so they can't talk to anybody? What happens if they're out in public somewhere and 2 guys are just talking about fishing? Are they supposed to walk up and say, hey, I can't listen to this?
Shut up! Will you shut up?
It's just getting ridiculous. I think they're going to extremes here, and I might be rambling all over the place, but
in your rambling, incoherent response, were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought?
like I said, I normally don't even talk to the camera unless I'm doing introductions. Like I said, my son and I are no longer doing the Bassmaster thing because we were really enjoying going out with the elites and riding with them, learning new stuff, getting behind the scenes and seeing how they all interacted. It was pretty cool. But like I said, we will no longer be doing that. You don't get paid to do it. You actually have to pay $100 to do it. Plus you have to pay for your travel. You have to pay for your hotel, or we usually had an Airbnb or a Verbo. But we're just not going to do that anymore. Now, I know my opinion doesn't matter much, and it really doesn't. I just felt like I had to finally get something off my chest because it seems like this whole thing's getting out of hand with bass, and it's going in a direction I don't like to see it. So you can leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and give me your opinion. I would also appreciate it. This is a small channel. Like right now I'm only at like 94 subscribers. So if you could like and subscribe, that would greatly help me. I'm looking to get over 100 here in the next week just to get over that 100 mark. See if I can grow this channel a little bit more. Other than that, I appreciate you all watching, and have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.